13 long days after Kingfish left Port Lincoln, Saxon S appears on her port side.
K1, you get me on this one, Mark? Roger. Yeah, roger, mate. How's it going?
At long last, it's time to start fishing. On the bridge of Kingfish, Mark maintains just enough speed to keep the tuna transport pens steady. It's the Saxon S that must cruise around and find the tuna.
Putting out a trawl on. You just never know on days like today when it's a bit choppy. Best way to get a tuna and find a patch. Matter of throwing it out. We've got a bit of a bungee cord system up the front. When the tuna comes up, coming up a bit of sun, the trawl line will go off and we'll know we've got a fish there, and maybe there's a few more there, maybe there isn't.
To the uneducated eye, all sea looks the same, but not to Marcus Steer.
If it's flat, glassy, calm, you'll see the fish ripple on the water or break the surface. Normally, I'll be up in the crow's nest looking for the ripplers or looking for the patches, looking for the shines.
On this shift, Pete, the skipper's in the crow's nest. He's got a lot more chance of spotting fish than someone on deck. Marcus also calls in his eye in the sky.
Yankee Doodle, Saxon S.
Yeah, roger, mate. How's it going?
Marcus, we've got a patch at 33-1103 and 131-34-89. It's about 15 to 18 tonne of slightly mixed fish, probably from 17 to 19 kilo fish.
Tuna travel a third of the way around the world on their migration route. To keep their energy levels up, they need to eat a lot and process it rapidly. By coming to the surface to sunbathe, they warm up and digest their food faster. Saxon S is now directly over the patch of fish. Next on TunaWranglers, the boys are in business.
Pretty good tuna. That's what we're looking for.
But there's also disappointing news. On the tuna boat, Saxon S, crew are baiting the water. They could be on to their first catch. From high up in the crow's nest, Pete's got the best view.
I just got a patch here at the moment. It's around the boat. Looks like quite a large patch. Flick a scoop towards the stern.
The crew starts throwing a mixture of live and dead bait.
Yeah, we've got fish that are flighty. Sometimes they'll just disappear for no good reason, and if you haven't got live bait to keep them interested, it's very hard to get them to come back up. We'll use a dead bait just to keep them going.
You holding on to my right, Pete?
Yeah, following well. Looks good.
Time to take a sample.
Pretty good tuna.
The guys are on for their first catch.
Big one, Barber.
As the crew throws bait into the water to keep the tuna following, Saxon S heads toward Kingfish. She's standing by with the transport pens in tow. Another boat is also coming in to help. The Independence is the boat that will actually net the fish.
Independence, Saxon S, your CP's on it. Roger, Roger, Marcus. Any good news for me?
Yeah, right, Joe. The fish don't look too bad. Probably, I don't know, 300, 400, 500 fish, maybe.
Okay, boys, come on. Let's go, stand by.
The Independents will run a massive wall of net around both Saxon S and the shoal of tuna. The bottom of the net is then pulled shut while Saxon S leaves through a gate at the surface. The fish are then transferred to the transport pen being towed by Kingfish. Well, that's the theory, but a lot can go wrong.
Right now, we've got to be very careful that the fish don't drop off behind the back of the boat, and 9 times out of 10, the fish that drop off behind the back of the boat are the bigger fish, and they're the ones we're targeting on, and they're the ones we're trying to catch.
On the Independence, it's time to drop the net.
Okay.
So far, so good. But at any minute, the tuna could be spooked and swim off.
Yeah, let's hope we get this shot in, because we've got to this stage before and lost them all. We just hope it hasn't all been for nothing at this stage. We just hope we're going to pull it off.
The tuna are confused, swimming in all directions. The faster the net is dropped, the less chance the fish will escape. Once the circle is complete, a steel draw cord running along the bottom of the net is winched in to close it. Powerful outboards set off to keep the net taut at the surface. It's time for Saxon S to leave. The fish are in the bag. Gradually, the net is winched in, so the tuna are forced into a small area. Kingfish has come alongside, and the dive team is already in action.
Matthew, have a quick look and let us know what's going on.
So we're definitely taking these?
You're the man. It's up to you. If the fish are good enough, we'll take them. If you say we don't want them, we don't want them. Okay, mate, I'll listen for you on the radio.
It's Matty's call. Even at this point, the fish could be released if they're not in the right size range.
What's it look like down there, mate? How many fish have we got?
We haven't got heaps of fish, but the fish size looks pretty good. Fish look comfortable at the moment. Average size is good. Probably about 19 to 20 kilo average.
That's the news the team wants to hear. The first catch of the trip is on.
Take it up.
Kingfish is towed in a transport pen. It must now be connected to the catch net. During the tow out from port, the net of the transport pen has been bunched near the surface to reduce drag. Now it's time to drop it. Both nets have gates. These are now opened. Filming the fish transfer provides a lasting record of the exact number taken. To protect tuna from being overfished, it's vital the fishermen don't exceed their government quota. The tuna behave just like sheep. Once one swims into the pen, the rest follow.
Come on, fish, come on. Oh, you beauty! Just a couple of them here.
The last fish go through, but the catch isn't nearly enough to send everyone back to port.
I'm going upstairs. I'm going to find some more.
It's a perfect day for more fishing, but not for long. In less than an hour, the weather does a U-turn. Marcus has no chance of spotting tuna. On Kingfish, the divers sit on their beds, watching a video of the first catch and counting fish.
640.
640, yeah. 670.
Their tuna quota is 240 tons. They've caught only 60. There's still a long way to go. The bad weather sets in for several days. Marcus has a tough decision to make. Because of storms, Kingfish took longer than usual to reach the fishing grounds. Now she's running short on fuel.
The Kingfish 1 has been out here for about 18 days. The boat holds about 45,000 litres of fuel. They've already burnt 25,000 litres of fuel. So it was best to send them in to recharge the batteries, put more fuel on, put more fresh water on.
With Kingfish gone, Saxon S must tow the transport pens. Even if the weather improves, there'll be no fishing until Kingfish returns. Time is money. Each day at sea costs literally tens of thousands of dollars. Things couldn't look worse for the tuna wranglers. Next time on Tuna Wranglers, hungry intruders bite their way into the tuna pen.
Who are you talking to on the other radio over?
The competition to find fish heats up,
Yeah, mate, don't tell them anything.
and Cape Catastrophe lives up to its name.
Now we're slowly going backwards.
Doesn't look like we're going to make it through.